Today we want to take a look at credit cards that are issued by three financial institutions that are affiliated with the military. So we have a Navy Federal, PenFed, and USAA. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation because we are going to compare and contrast 14 different credit cards. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sorta Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 14 credit cards that are issued by Navy Federal, PenFed, and USAA. Let's first start with the rewards points cards. So when we talk about rewards points card, we have USAA Rewards American Express credit card. With this card, you have unlimited rewards, 3x points on dining out, 2x points on gas and groceries, 1x points on all other qualifying purchases, okay? And there is a bonus rewards if you sign up now of 2,500 bonus points after your first qualifying purchase. And the APR is kind of decent. We're looking at 9.90% to 25.90% variable APR. There is no penalty APR. There's no annual fee. There are no foreign transaction fees. So that's really great. So, but you also have, there is a balance transfer and cash advance fee of 3% of each transaction amounts, okay? One thing I want to say here is that the USAA Rewards American Express credit card also has a Visa version. So USAA actually issues two credit cards, one in the Visa network and another in the American Express network. So if you look at the USAA Rewards Visa Signature credit card, the constellation of rewards and perks is similar. So with the Visa Signature credit card, you can earn points with every qualifying purchase and even more on gas and dining out. You have unlimited rewards, 2x points on gas and dining out, 1x points on all other qualifying purchases, okay? And there is also a bonus reward of 2,500 bonus points after your first qualifying purchase. The APR, same thing, 9.99 to 25.99%, no annual fee, no foreign transaction fee. There is a balance transfer fee of 3%. Let's talk about Navy Federal Go Rewards card. And this is a great card, folks. With this card, you can earn more when you are on the go. So you have 3x points at restaurants, 2x points on gas, and 1x points on everything else. There's no annual fee. The APR is very low. You're looking at 9% to 18%. You can earn actually a 20,000 bonus points scheme that's a $200 value when you actually sign up for today. And this card is really great for if you have a busy lifestyle, if you love dining out, and if you have average to excellent credit, okay? And the card has no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, and no cash advance fees. So this is really great. And there is no reward limit, okay? This is really great. You also have, you can redeem your points for cash, travel, gift cards, and merchandise. We're still in the rewards points cards category, folks. And I want to review pretty quickly the Navy Federal Visa Signature Flagship Rewards Card. This is a card that gives you 3x points for every dollar you spend on travel and 2x points on everything else, okay? There's an annual fee, $49. This card requires good to excellent credits, okay? The variable rate oscillates from 10% to 18%, and this card is great if you want to maximize your rewards. If you love traveling like me, this is really great, okay? And the card has no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees. This is really great. And one thing I want to say here is that you can also save on interest with a 1.99% intro APR on balance transfers for 6 months, and after that you have a variable APR that goes from 10% to 18%. Then we have the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card. And this is a card that's also really great because the APR goes from 9.65% to 18%. And you can maximize your everyday spending with 3x points at supermarkets, 3x points on gas and transit, 3x points at restaurants, and 1x points on everything else. This card is great if you have average to excellent credit. If you want to use the card every day for grocery shopping, you name it. The card has no fees at all, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees. So this is really, really great, okay? This is the kind of card you want to have if you want to maximize your rewards every single day. And you even have up to 25% off car rental, plus car rental loss and damage insurance. Fantastic. I want to quickly talk to you about the PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature Card. This is a card that allows you to have 3x points at the supermarket, including most Target and Walmart locations, restaurants and TV, radio, cable, and streaming services. 1x points on all other purchases. Okay, this is pretty simple. And they do have a bonus offer right now. If you sign up, you have 15,000 bonus points when you spend 1,500 in the first 90 days. The card has no annual fee. The APR goes from 13.49% to 17.99%. And they do have a 0% promo APR on balance transfers for 12 months from now for the next 12 months, okay? And after that, you have a variable APR that is a non-variable APR of 17.99%. There is a 3% fee that applies to each transaction, okay? Just remember that. And then we have another rewards credit card from PenFed. You have the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature Card. This card gives you 4x points on all travel categories for PenFed Honors Advantage members, 3x points on all travel categories in general, and 1x points on all other purchases. And there is an annual fee that is $95, but that fee is waived for the existing Honors Advantage members, okay? The APR goes from 14.99% to 17.99%. And there is a 0% promo APR on balance transfers for 12 months. Okay, so when we analyze the rewards points categories, the winner here is NavyFed. We have given the company, this institution, 10 over 10, PenFed 9.5 over 10, USAA 9 over 10. NavyFed, in our view, in our research, has been seen to have lower APRs, more rewards points cards, a broader constellation of benefits, and more cards accessible to folks with less than stellar credit. I want to quickly talk to you about cashback cards, folks. We are analyzing in today's conversation credit cards issued by 3 financial institutions with affiliation with the military. We have Navy Federal, we have PenFed, and we have USAA. Let's talk about the cashback cards. So we have the USAA Cashback Rewards plus American Express credit card. This is a card that allows you to actually earn more cashback at gas stations, military bases, and grocery stores, okay? Every qualifying purchase comes with rewards. This is just fantastic. You have 5% cashback on your first $3,000 in combined gas station and military base purchases yearly. And you have 2% cashback on your first $3,000 in grocery purchases yearly. And you have unlimited 1% cashback on all other qualifying purchases. Okay, so this is really great. So when we talk about the APR, what do we have here? We have 11.90% to 25.90%. This is a little high, but this is still decent. The card has no annual fee, no foreign transaction fees, and you have a balance transfer and cash advance fee of 3% of each transaction amount, okay? Then you also have another card, and that is the USAA Preferred Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card. So when we talk about cashback cards, USAA has 2 cards, one for the Amex network and another one for the Visa network, okay? So let's talk about the Visa network. With this card, if you have the USAA Preferred Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card, you earn 1.5% cashback on every qualifying purchase, okay? And the cashback is unlimited, okay? Not a problem. There are no category restrictions. And we love the fact that the APR, again, is decent. You are looking at 11.90% to 25.90% variable regular APR. There is no penalty APR. There is no annual fee. There are no foreign transaction fees, but there is a balance transfer and cash advance fee of 3% of each transaction amount. I should say that when you think about USAA credit cards, you need to have at least, they're kind of cool if you have a strong multi-product relationship with them, but they preferably would love to have folks that have good to excellent credit, okay? So if you have a fair or poor credit, you might need to work on your MPR with USAA. You might want to beef up your checking account, your savings account, your investment account. You really want to solidify your relationship with them before you apply for this credit card. But overall, they have a good, solid, they have 2 good, solid cashback cards. Let's continue here, folks. We have a Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card. We are still in the cashback cards category. Okay, we are reviewing. So let's review Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card. This is a card that is great if you're trying to get cash back all year long. Let's say you love spending every day. You want to have a card that allows you to spend every day. That's kind of cool. That's kind of good. And if you have an average to excellent credit, the Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card could be for you. Let's talk about the rate, fees, and rewards here. So the APR ranges from 9.65% to 18%. This is kind of good. The card has no annual fees, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees. Okay. The rewards, you can earn up to 1.75% cash back on all purchases. Think about that. Every purchase, every single purchase, you can earn 1.75% cash back. There are no category restrictions. This is really good, and you can start redeeming rewards as soon as you earn them. Okay, so there's no rewards limits, no rewards expiration while the account is open. Collision, you have collision damage waiver and cell phone protection, among other things. So this is really good. I mean, here you have a pretty wide, a pretty solid credit card. And let's talk about the PenFed Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card. And this is a card that also allows you to earn cash back for everyday purchases, kind of similar to what the Navy Fed is offering you. There are no caps, no limits, no gimmicks, okay? And the annual fee, there's no annual fee. The purchase APR is a little higher though. While Navy Fed was charging you 9.65% to 18%, PenFed is charging you 14.99% to 18%. So you see the delta here. The delta is kind of huge, from 9% to 14% or 15%. But okay, with this card, you have 2% on all purchases for PenFed Honors Advantage members and 1.5% on all purchases made with your card if you're not a PenFed Honors Advantage member. Okay, and you also might get a $100 bonus offer statement credit when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. And you also have a 0% for 12 months for balance transfers, and there is a 3% fee that applies to each transaction. Okay, this is very important. You also have to remember that when we talk about balance transfers with PenFed, there is no limit to the balance transfer fee. Like, they're not telling you $5 or $10 or 3% of the transaction, whichever is greater. No, they're just telling you it's 3% of each transaction. So the winner when we talk about cashback cards is Navy Fed, in our view. Navy Fed 9.5 over 10, USAA 9 over 10, PenFed 8.5 over 10. So Navy Fed's cash rewards has a lower APR and a higher cashback multiplier. It has 1.75% cashback, while the percentages for PenFed and USAA are 1.5% and 1% respectively on all purchases. Navy Fed also has a simpler cashback earning structure. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about, we are basically comparing and contrasting three institutions, and we're looking at the credit cards that they issue. So we're looking at Navy Federal, PenFed, and USAA. Let's talk about low rate cards. This is the kind of cards you want to get for balance transfers, for everyday purchases, you name it, or you want to charge large purchases on it. So let's talk about the USAA Rate Advantage Visa Platinum credit card. This is a card that allows you to save. This is one of their lowest rate credit card, and you can pay less in interest if you carry a balance from month to month. You have the same rate on purchases, balance transfers, and cash advances. We love the simplicity here. We love the flexibility here. Okay, it's the same rate no matter what. So the rate goes from 6.90% to 23.90% variable regular APR. There is no penalty APR, no annual fee, no foreign transaction fee. Fantastic. And you do have a balance transfer and cash advance fee of 3% of each transaction amount. Okay. Then you have the Navy Federal Platinum credit card. And this is a card that allows you to transfer your balance, and you can take back control. You are saving money. You are getting access to a low APR credit card. Okay. So the purchase and balance transfer variable APR is between 5.99% and 80%. Did you see the delta? The delta is huge. While USAA was charging you 6.90 to 23.90, Navy Fed is charging you 6% to 18%. So that the variation here is kind of huge. And this Navy Fed Platinum credit card has no fees at all. No annual fees, no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees, okay? In terms of the rewards, they basically have a constellation of rewards and benefits that come with all Navy Fed credit cards. So this is really pretty interesting. And we love the fact that you can save interest, you can save on interest with a 0% intro APR on balance transfers for 12 months. Okay, and after that, you have a variable APR that oscillates between 5.99% and 18%. And one thing I want to say here is that this card is fantastic for if you have a large purchases. If you want to have large purchases paid off over time, let's say you transfer a huge balance onto this card, this is fantastic. The card has a low interest rate. If you are shopping for a low interest credit card, you might want to consider the Navy Federal Platinum credit card, okay? And if you have average to excellent credit, this is great. And on top of that, Navy Fed allows you to pre-qualify. If you are already a member, you can find out if you pre-qualify for a credit card before you submit an application. So this will not affect your credit score. Let me talk to you about the PenFed Gold Visa card. Folks, we are still in the category of cashback. We're in the category of low rates card, okay? And so we have the PenFed Gold Visa. This is another great card, okay? And you have a low APR on purchases. You have a $100 bonus statement credit when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. And there's no annual fee. The purchase APR that is variable goes from 7.49% to 17.99%. This is kind of decent. Okay, and they do have a 0% promo APR on balance transfers for 12 months. Okay, this is really good. But the thing with PenFed is, and we have seen this time and again, they charge you a 3% fee on each balance transfer transaction, where while Navy Fed is not doing it. PenFed can very easily make more money and gain more business if they were to just reduce or totally eliminate the 3% fee. But that's a subject for another day. So with this card, you basically have there's no fees. Okay, there are no fees. You can consolidate debt and lower your interest rates. You can pay down higher rates cards. You can reduce your monthly payments, and you can cover unexpected expenses. And we love the fact that you can actually, if you do all these things properly, you can even make money, because you can actually get a balance, let's say a cash advance offer from another bank, and just transfer that money onto your PenFed credit card and use it. So the bottom line here is that the PenFed Gold Visa card is a great card when we talk about low APR. We love everything on this card except the 3% fee, balance transfer fee that applies. Okay, so in this category, in the low rate cards category, the winner is still Navy Fed. We have scored Navy Fed 10 over 10, PenFed 9.5 over 10, USAA 8.5 over 10. Based on our research, Navy Fed's low minimum APR of 5.99% tops PenFed's 7.49% and USAA's 6.90%. In addition, both PenFed and USAA charge balance transfer fees of 3%, something Navy Fed doesn't do at the moment. So you really can see that you are saving a lot of cash, not only in terms of the APR that you're charging, not only in terms of the APR that you're paying to the institution when you go with Navy Fed, then in terms of the initial fee, the balance transfer fee. So there's no comparison here. Navy Fed is the clear winner here. Let me talk to you quickly about the issuer information. So we have talked about 3 credit card issuers which have a military affiliation. And so when we talk about membership, I want to talk about membership because when we speak about credit unions, you got to be a member, okay? You cannot be just a customer. You are a member. So Navy Fed and PenFed are easier to get into because you don't really need military affiliation. So there is no, in other words, 99.99% of Americans do not need military affiliation to join either of those 2 credit unions. For USAA, the story is different. You need military affiliation. You got to be linked biologically, geographically, or professionally to the military. Okay. In terms of credit score, we have found in our research that poor or fair credit is often accepted on a case-by-case basis and NavyFed. However, if you're talking about PenFed and USAA, they generally focus on good or excellent credit unless you have a strong MPR with them. So if you have a strong multi-product relationship with them, even if you have poor credit, they can still look at you. In this case, they're going to look at your liquidity situation in general, okay? And when we talk about secure credit cards, only NavyFed has a secure credit card for those who need to build or rebuild credit. PenFed and USAA do not offer secure credit cards as of the date of this show. So this could be a great plus for someone who is trying to keep their options open, somebody who wants to get back into the credit game after being left out for a while. So you might want to consider a secure credit card from NavyFed. What about business services? Only NavyFed provides an all-in service for businesses. Okay, USAA is a stronger all-in-one service for its members, providing everything from insurance to check-ins and savings to retirement and investing. PenFed, in our view, is sitting somewhere in the middle, still trying to figure out how its charter fits with its current business conditions. We believe that PenFed can do a lot more. I think right now they're a little lethargic in terms of their business model, but this is something that could change. They could do a lot more. What about the credit card features? You have security and protection on all credit cards issued by the three institutions. All right, so you have security from identity theft. You also have ways to report a lost or stolen card online. All three institutions have excellent customer support that is available 24/7, and you have travel benefits that go from auto rental coverage to travel accident insurance to trip cancellation and interruption coverage, and you also have baggage delay and reimbursement. So let's answer the question that brought you to this video: Navy Federal versus PenFed versus USAA credit cards. Okay, which one should you go for? If you are in the market right now and you want to pick a credit card from an institution that is affiliated with the military, which one do you have to pick? Well, the short answer is it depends. It really depends. Our analysis and our advice is that before you choose any credit card, whether it is issued by NavyFed, PenFed, or USAA, or another institutions for that matter, you want to review all the features of the credit cards you are considering. Okay, you want to think about credit cards that offer rewards, for example, lower interest rates, and other benefits like travel insurance. Okay, so in this show, we sort of categorized the review in three parts, right? We looked at the rewards, then cashback, and then low rates. You can actually increase the review. You can think about travel insurance, auto rental, whatever is important for you. You could also pay attention to make sure you pay attention to the APR, the annual percentage rate, as well as the fees for transactions like balance transfers and cash advances. Okay. One thing you probably notice is that NavyFed does not charge any fee at all. Okay, whereas USAA and PenFed are charging 3% for balance transfers, for example, with no limits, which is even crazier because if you transfer, say, $10,000, you're paying $300. That's a lot of interest right there, and that's a one-time fee. So if you annualize it, this is a huge APR. But that's beside the point. You want to check for the APR, you want to check for the fees, you want to check for an annual fee. Okay, this is an amount that some cards ask you to pay every year to have the card. So those are things you want to think about. And another element, another criterion that should be very important in your decision making is membership. As I said earlier, nearly everybody can qualify for a membership in PenFed and NavyFed, but the same is not true for USAA. So if you don't qualify for it, in other words, if you're not affiliated with the military biologically, professionally, or geographically, and you cannot therefore get into USAA, maybe you have to look for another card. You might want to get a card from PenFed or NavyFed. Okay, so those are things you need to think about, and you also need to think about your situation, your family situation, your financial situation, your credit score, because there are certain cards that are friendlier to folks with less than stellar credit, while other cards are not really that friendly. So you need to make a decision as to which card is best for you and which card you actually have a shot in terms of applying. So after analyzing those three players, folks, Navy Fed versus PenFed versus USAA, our pick is Navy Fed. No questions asked. No questions asked. So just to recap today's conversation, we have rated Navy Fed 9.5 over 10 in terms of their offer, in terms of the diversity and the diversity of their offer, the credit card offer. PenFed 9 over 10 and USAA 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much, folks, for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I actually reviewed all the 14 credit cards in three categories: the rewards points cards, the cashback cards, and the low rate cards. Thank you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.